Welcome back to Uthanax Legion, a division of the Kolat Information Network. Um, this is the last of the Into the Accordlands set review. This is the Multiclass Actions. All previous episodes are linked in the description below. And this is actually a fairly short one compared to some of the others. We finally made it to release week, guys. Hope your polls are fire. Um, I, I hope if you're looking for Deverinius axes, you pull them. They have been an extremely hard pull for me. Um, as a matter of fact, I have several legendaries that I had not pulled a single copy of. um, so let's start with the key art that was that we used for the background. This is Arcane Approach. This is a level 2 wizard and fighter action, arcane magic. Order, if this character is a wizard, your target character moves forward one rank. If this character is a fighter, perform a +3 melee strike. So there are a lot of these. There are a lot of cards that are modal. So you can include it in a fighter deck, wizard deck, or if you have both. Um, the wizard side lets you push your guys up. The fighter side lets you perform a melee strike that your opponent doesn't know about. For me, the fighter, the fighter part of the action is the reason that I'm playing it. Um, but I could see some decks uh, that had a mix of fighters and wizards playing this card. Um, so it's by no means bad, but the for me it's the fighter side action is my target. Next is Change of Hands. This is a level 2 wizard and rogue action. Spend order. Target a character within 2 ranks. Return an item equipped um, to the target to its owner's hand. If it's a bow, shield, or weapon is returned this way, the target's controller discards a card. So, um, so far, I don't think I have seen this card being played in early leagues. Um, a spend order to bounce to bounce an item is difficult to swallow. Um, because they can just play it back out. Um, it does have the bonus that they discard a card if it's a bow, shield, or weapon, which is great. But you would have to literally time this where your opponent has 0 cards left in hand. You you bounce the targeted card, they're forced to discard the card. Really think this card is too situational to see play in the current environment. Next is Curse of Greed. This is a level 4 rogue and cleric action. 2 abilities. React after target character pays the cost of an action to draw or retrieve a card from their deck, cancel the action, and wound the target. Spend order, wound this character, draw a card. Um, so design-wise, it's very flavorful. Um, I personally don't believe I would ever use the spend order. A spend order and wounding the character to cycle to change this card into another card. Um, that to me is a bit much. Now, I could see players wanting to uh, play it for its reactability. Um, certain environments might warrant this card. Um, but I think it's a little too early to tell if you would want to play this in a format. Again, I think this is a meta call only and nothing more. Next is Dissolve. It's a level 2 wizard and cleric action, arcane. Spend order. Target an item within 2 ranks that is lower level than this character's level plus 5. Destroy the item. uh, so this is a little better. Um, cast by your warlord, you can kill up to a level 10 item, which we don't currently have in Saga format. Cast with a level 2, you can destroy up to a level 7, which is most of the problematic items that you're going to see. Um, and a level 3 can cast it to hit a level 8, which would be decent. Um, the question is how many slots are you going to be taking up with this to try to deal with items? I really think this card um, will really depend on how many items you actually want to get rid of. Um, like for me, uh, as a fighter player, Crush is my go-to. Hmm. I mean, most of the time you gotta come to the front ranks at some point to kill me. Um, so you're gonna be in range and I'm gonna crush. I'm gonna end up hitting you and then you're gonna blow your item up. So this is a fun card. I just don't see it fitting in certain metas unless you absolutely feel like you need it. Now this is a card that if you're playing fighter and or cleric decks, you want. Final Farewell. It's a level 2 fighter and cleric action. Necrotic. Death React. Perform a +2 melee strike that inflicts an additional wound. So characters are going to die. It's inevitable. Um, at some point they're going to die. This gives you a way to get one final strike off with that character that is dying to potentially kill something back. I like this. I really, I really think this is worth worth a slot in your deck because, per- particularly if you've got level 2s or higher that's going to the front line. Um, I know fighters are going to be doing this. Clerics, it varies. Um, but yeah, this is a card that I will be running. Um, so if my dude is dying, I plan on trying to take somebody with me if I can. Next is Firebrand. This is a level 2 rogue and cleric action fire. Order. This character gains fire resistance this turn. Fire strikes targeting this character suffer disadvantage. This character gains advantage on saves from fire damage attacks or actions. Order. This character's damage type becomes fire and their strikes ignore planar this turn. Um, so once again, I think this is a purely a meta card. Are you playing a bunch of decks um that have fire based attacks or actions? Are you playing against a bunch of decks that have a lot of planar? Then you're going to put 3 copies of this card in your deck. If you're a rogue or cleric that can play it to mess with your opponent. Otherwise, it's going to sit in your it's going to sit in your box for a decent time to be used. Lights of Revealing Sword. This is a level 3 wizard and fighter action with 2 abilities. Order, reveal the top 10 cards of your deck. Put a weapon revealed this way into your hand, then shuffle. Order, target character gains +5 attack this turn. So this is one of the better actions in this set. Items, particularly some of the weapons, are very powerful, and being able to search for them when you need to is great, particularly when the action is an order and not a spend order. The second ability is just a nice one to have for modality, but 90% of the time you're going to be using the first action to dig for your Deverenius Axe, your Shroud, um, your Well of Secrets, or Well of Screams. Um, you're looking for certain things, and this is helping you get there. Next is Pounce. This is a level 3 rogue and fighter action. It's a physical attack. It's physical, sorry. Order, move forward 1 rank. Spend react. After target character performs a melee strike that missed, inflict a wound on the target. So this one has nice modality because you have the ability to just use it as a movement trick to get your bigger guys to the front. But if they swing and miss, you can actually KO that character on the spot, which is the main reason that I would be wanting to run this. Um, Having the modality though is nice. By the way, it's nice to see a Drew Baker piece of artwork here. Shadow Bolts. This is a level 3 wizard and rogue action necrotic. Spend order. Perform a +4 range strike. If this character is a rogue, the rogue inflicts an additional wound against spent characters. If this character is a wizard, perform another +4 range strike. This reprint has been great for both rogues and wizards for a long time, and I expect to continue to see this card being played now in Saga and probably even later. Uh, either 2 range plus +4 range strikes, or a +4 range strike that deals an additional wound to spent characters. Um, can't beat that. Summon Avalanche. This is a level 3 wizard and cleric action. It is a frost type. Spend order. Target each character in a rank within 2 ranks. Each target must succeed with a reflex save of DC 14 or spend. Spent characters stun instead, and stunned characters suffer a wound instead. Um, so there's a lot going on with the card. Being able to target every character within 2 ranks is great. DC 14 is, um, depending on when it is in the game, is easier to pass the DC check than it is to fail it. I won't be personally including these in anything right now, uh, but I see where it has potential and could be used in the future. Um, just to flood your opponent with as many D20 rolls as possible so that some of them fail. And the last card in Into the Accordlands is Wither. This is a level 2 rogue and cleric action necrotic. Order. Perform a melee strike that does not inflict wounds. If the strike hits, the target suffers -3 levels this turn. So many of you know this was one of my 3 preview cards, and satisfied to say that this might be the best of the 3 that I previewed. Nogpog and Sniffles, it is fun, and it lets you get 2 strikes out. Um, the Scepter is not great overall. This is something that I would expect both rogues and clerics to want to run. Is an order, not a spend order. Um, and suffer -3 levels. So there are multitude of reasons why you'd want to play this. Um, Obviously, it makes it difficult for them to play higher level actions for the rest of the turn. But the most important part is if a character's level reaches 0 or below, the character ceases to exist and dies. Hence, why the card name is Wither. Also, tell me this is not a Nazgul. All right, guys. What do you think? How do you like my analysis? Did you agree with it? Do you disagree with it? Um, you can leave comments one way or the other in the down below in the comment section. And I thank you for joining us on the set review of Into the Accordlands. Hopefully, we get to do more of these. I'm looking forward to the future of Warlord. Until next time, no matter the game, there is no escape from the tiger.